into a 40 days break for Team India. No cricket. Is just waiting till India gets back onto the field, potentially in the Test series versus Bangladesh. We are not sure whether that will happen or not. But let's discuss about the new era we have been talking about, GG era. I have a couple of Delhi Capitals fan, I can say, at the moment, but it's all Indian fans at the moment. Deepu and Gurpalji, welcome to the show. I'll start with Deepu. An overview on the ODI and the T20 series as short as you can. How did you feel of the strategies used by Gautam Gambhir?
Well, for T20s, I think we are on the right path. Given the head start that we needed after that World Cup win, we are on the right path in terms of T20s. For ODIs, I just feel that the batting needs to look up on the spin play. Rest of the thing, it's fine because I feel these aberrations can happen. And when you're looking at for Champions Trophy 2025, I think these things will happen, and it must happen because the losses tell you more than the wins. So I feel
Absolutely.
the things will be sorted out soon. Hopefully, they decide a template whether they want to play attacking cricket or they want to play the typical 50 overs cricket, because Rohit Sharma is playing something which is pretty unlike thing in Indian cricket. He's playing attacking, whereas rest others are playing their normal game. So it's the template which needs to be decided as soon as possible.
Absolutely. The template needs to be decided. But Paji, if you look into this screen as well, so many ICC opportunities for Gautam Gambhir. So far, the tenure he has said he's been there for 2027. But what is your opinion on the template, as Deepu said, whether go attacking or go freely? He always says, I'm there to back you guys. But there has to be a template. Do you think attacking is the right form of defense for Team India?
I guess the way the cricket is moving, we are seeing lots of good scores on the good pitches. And first of all, I'm just talking about a good proper ODI wicket or proper T20 wicket. What we have seen in Sri Lanka is the aberration of the wickets. Because a toss cannot decide the match. I
Yeah.
understand we failed miserably against the Spain. We were found wanting against the spinning track. Nothing to take a credit from Sri Lankan team, but the toss was also a crucial factor because I cannot expect Indian team to get dismissed in 30 overs. Had we have
Yeah.
batted full overs in all the three matches, the result would have been in our favor.
Yeah.
So there is no excuse. Also, are some of the most of the players were undercooked. You know, there was not much cricket for Iyer and KL Rahul behind. They were the last played their matches in IPL in May. एंड मई के बाद सीधा अगस्त में आप सीरीज खेल रहे हैं अंडर प्रिपेयर्ड हो अंडर कुक्ड हो ऊपर से विकेट्स ऐसी हैं which are not I don't know what Sri Lanka has got taken away from these type of wickets. We are seeing now if they're playing all these type of wickets, they're not even qualifying for the T20 World Cup and Champions Trophy. Sri Lanka are the
Correct.
hosts in
Correct.
2026. That's why they are in the qualifying. They're hosting. That's why they're in the tournament. Else you don't see Sri Lanka qualifying for Champions Trophy. Even that for the T20 World Cup, they would have not qualified or would have been playing a qualifier rounds for the qualification. So these types of wickets will not take Sri Lanka cricket forward. I agreed with you, but on good wickets, I guess still we have a batting lineup. The only problem we are facing now is we should have multiple bowling options. Two
Yeah,
players
absolutely.
missing. We are missing
That is
Shami from the
absolutely
World Cup
true.
team.
But Shami hopefully will be back in the Border Gavaskar series
That's
for
what I
India.
wanted
But
to ask. I wanted to say Bumrah. We were missing Bumrah, Hardik Pandya, Shami from the World Cup team, and we saw I was disappointed with Arshdeep Singh. He should now take responsibility in the ODI setup as well because he's a white ball bowler. So he should have got more wickets. Should have seen more fire in him, Arshdeep Singh. So we did not take Mukesh Kumar in the team. Harshad Rana was not given the chance. There are other bowlers as well. So we have to build a bowling backup in both spin as well as the fast bowling department, and we have to create some all rounders as
correct.
well.
We will definitely discuss about it as we go on with the show of this one. But let's take a look into what about our head coach as the player, Gautam Gambhir. We were all Delhi Daredevils fans the time he was there as well. Then moved on to Kolkata Knight Riders. But let's stick to international cricket. Deep, I'll come to you. Impressive numbers, I must tell you. He has set a template of he's played some brilliant innings, took us through the 2007 World Cup final, 2011 World Cup final as well. But the numbers are good enough. 22 half centuries, 9 centuries in Test match cricket, 34 is to 11 in ODI when you come to 7 half centuries in T20. So he has the numbers, enough strike rate as well. In those times, 85 to 120 strike rate in the wide ball format was pretty impressive. So do you think the way he has groomed this team, and also I want to add about the Kolkata Knight Riders success that has absolutely made his name into this coaching career. So Deepu, do you really think that Gautam Gambhir will get us a couple of ICC tournaments?
See, the kind of person he is, even if it's an 85 strike rate or a 100 strike rate, he has won us the tournaments that were the most crucial ones.
Correct.
Home World Cup is something which is the testament to a team's success. We won in 2011. We won the inaugural T20 World Cup, and we proudly say that we won the first ever edition, and he played a really big part in it. 75 and 97. So it's the hundreds, doesn't matter. It's the important knocks that he has played for us on that given day. So I would just leave the stats aside. He has that capability of getting this Indian team to achieve the success that we have achieved in the past, and hopefully there will be no more droughts now. In the upcoming future. So yes, he has that capability. He's a no-nonsense guy. He believes in the modern work ethics to run a team. So I feel yes, he has that pedigree in him to lead this team forward when the youngsters come in. So it will be more exciting to watch how this Indian team plays in the future.
Okay, it will be interesting to watch how it plays, but so far it has not been impressive, Gurpalji. The T20 series was well and truly good. We have a couple of ties already under the GG era. One going into the winning stage, the other not being played as super over, but the ODI series was a disappointment. In Asian conditions, not being able to play spin. Do you think the coach will take a lot of note downs in his notebook?
Yeah, I guess our T20 team was almost settled. They played in Zimbabwe, so mostly the same core played, almost the same core played in Sri Lanka. So in the T20 setup, I think we have the role clarity. Every player was defined a role. They have a role clarity. Surya Kumar Yadav being a very good captain and inform himself. So and the pitches were also better than the ODI series. And with the dew factor, there was 7:30 p.m. start with the dew factor in the second innings. We were lucky enough with winning the toss, and one is a rain-shorted game. So T20, I'm happy with the way we have approached the T20. The ODI team again, we have only 6 matches before the Champions Trophy. So whatever experimentation you have to do in this season only, because you cannot do experimentation just before the Champions Trophy against the England. So by England, you should be aware who are your 15 players who are going for the Champions Trophy, so that you can play with the same team against the England team at the home series. So there will be lots of things where we have to watch out, and Gautam will be watching out. He must have taken some notes from this series. There are lots of cricket to happen. The Test series, the Vijay Hazare, the SMAT, and seeing what happens to the players. How many players will be available fresh and fit by Feb, and when the England home series will be played. So there are lots of cricket. But surely Gautam must have taken some notes. So that show will be discussed, and we'll be keeping watch on other players as well, who can fill in and who can come in. I think interesting times ahead, and we will discuss a lot about the individual players who can come and all in more about in the show.
Absolutely, we will definitely talk about a lot. But what about Gautam Gambhir? What does he have amongst the ICC tournaments? Not just the ICC, we have a couple of important tours as well. Tour to England, Border Gavaskar Trophy, tour to New Zealand as well. So lot to take forward to. But Deepu, if you had to choose out of these 8, 3 maximum, which one are the 3 biggest aims for you? For sure, it has to be World Test Championship.
Not the WTC, because the reason being, for me, BGT is more important, because winning a series in Australia is almost close to winning a WTC final. That's a personal opinion, but that will be something which I'm very eager to watch. Secondly, the One Day World Cup in South Africa, for obvious reasons. What we had to watch on 19th, we need to break that. We need to get some bandage on that heartbreak. So that is there. Third, I'll take the Champions Trophy 2025. Again, same reason, losing to Pakistan in the finals, which I would never ever take. I would never digest that thing. So if we are going to Pakistan, so winning against Pakistan in Pakistan, that will define GG era, as we are looking forward to some aggressive cricket. So these are the 3 ones. Fourth, I would obviously want the home World Cup win and T20s, and obviously becoming the first ever side to defend our T20.
Defend the T20 World Cup. Yeah, anything could be possible. We have the home advantage in 2026. We'll discuss a lot of these factors, but let's take a look into one by one, starting with the Border Gavaskar Trophy. Gopalji, coming to you now, if you look into this one, it's a massive test for us. We always go into these kind of tournaments, especially the Tour of Australia, with a full engine side. We hopefully will get back Shami, as you mentioned. We have Siraj, we have Bumrah, hopefully Mukesh Kumar, maybe Arshdeep if he has a wonderful domestic season as well. But what are the pointers here? Experienced players with previous success in the IPL. We had Rishabh Pant there, who made his name in the Test career. Potential vulnerability of fast bowlers. I think we still have a lot of fast bowlers, but can that be a weakness? That once again, can we make history and win third consecutive series at Australia, in Australia, and also strong Australian side that can beat us any day, just like they did on the World Cup night. So if you talk about what could be the possibilities you can witness in the Border Gavaskar Trophy.
I guess this time the Border Gavaskar Trophy will be different. It will be very tough for India to beat the Aussies. I'm saying
Are you talking about a Test series or match?
Whole series. I'm talking about. So they will be hungry. They will come hard at the Indians. If we can compete with them, that's hats off to the team. If we can come, because in the last 2 years, only two of your batsmen have been the best in the Test. Rohit Sharma and Rishabh Pant when he was fit. Other than that, you don't find any good scores by other batsmen. Because you mostly have played in the home conditions where your Akshars, your Jadeja, your Ashwin has come to the party to rescue and bail out. Yashasvi Jaiswal was very good against England, scoring 700 runs, but he was found wanting against the South Africans in South Africa. So Yashasvi, it will be his first tour. I guess the wicket will suit him because he also likes the ball coming to bat. He will enjoy the Australian wicket, but we know what Australian pace bowling attack brings to the table. They lost in India because they don't have that much quality in spin department. But in Australia, you can have your Marsh can bowl, your Green can bowl, Scott Boland is there, then Mitchell Marsh is there, Pat Cummins is there. He's the number one Test bowler, and Josh Hazelwood we know, and they are complete force in the home series. We have to see how our team performs in the Test matches against Bangladesh and New Zealand. How our batsmen are in which type of mind and form, runs in the belt, runs under their belt, and if we can have good practice matches before the Australian series in Australia, hopefully we'll be able to compete. But it will be very tough. If Gautam Gambhir wins that series, then it hats off to that guy.
Absolutely. But over to you, Deepu.
Well, I feel the only way to win in Australia is to take good all-rounders, which we had in 2018 and 2021 with Boshi and Shardul playing some brilliant knocks at Gabba. We all remember it. So it's again all boils down to the all-rounders that we take, because it will be the all-rounders who will be winning.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Deepu, but can we potentially see Gautam Gambhir forcing Hardik Pandya?
Well, see, this is a very important series in Australia, and it will define whether we'll be playing at Lords in 2025 or not. So I feel if it's a one-off, I'll definitely take him, because Pandya is someone who is a big match player, and against Australia he has that record as well. So I don't mind if Hardik Pandya plays along with Shardul Thakur, because it will beef up our pace bowling, and we know how good they are with the bat as well. Shardul has won us games in England in Oval, and I think it was in Lords back in 2021. So it's the all-rounders, I feel, which will win us the series again. So hopefully they take good all-rounders, because the batters we have, bowlers, as Paji said, we have. Arshdeep, I would be excited, even though I want Mohsin Khan in the squad, or a pace of Harshit Rana, who is aggressive, and we need aggressive players in Australia.
Absolutely, it could be a factor as well. But we have to talk a lot of things about the Border Gavaskar Trophy. But coming to the next one, we have the Champions
I have one question, Preetham. I have one question, Preetham. Like you asked about, do Gautam Gambhir will go back to Pujara and Rahane for the Australian series? Do you think this can happen?
I don't think so about the former. Might be about the latter. I think Rahane could be a point to be discussed, but not about Pujara, maybe.
Because your middle order is undercooked. So you have Sarfraz Khan, you have Jurel, but none of them has experience of playing in Australia.
Yeah, that could be a factor. We can come on to discuss that. Yeah, Deepu as well was about to say Sarfaraz, and those guys are not experienced, and that's where the puzzle can be fixed by Hardik Pandya. If you have an extra batting all-rounder, you can have Jadeja, Ashwin as well. So that's tremendous batting. Don't forget, Ashwin can bat too as well. So we have so many opportunities just to go with the right squad. That's where my question lies. Champions Trophy 2025, be most important question. Should India go if
I
they go
think
into
it will be a
Pakistan?
negative image will be painted if we get if we try to get Pujara and Rahan in, because they have been out of the side for almost a year. I think played in over last year. That was their last
Yeah,
test,
yeah,
I believe. So I feel again going back to the legends. I mean, they are legends, but someday they'll have the time. The writing is on the wall for them, to be honest. With Rahane not having a great domestic season, Pujara has done well in domestics and in the county circuit, but he's somehow not able to manage it when it comes to playing for the country. So
yeah.
I just feel that better go on with the youngsters, because it will be a negative image will be painted that we are again going back with the veterans and not giving chances to youngsters. Something which is against GG's nature. So I feel it's
Yeah.
better
No,
that we
how
move
can you
on
say?
from them.
How can you, Dipu, how can you say it's against GG nature? Because for KKR, he promoted Sunil Narayan to open. That he used
Yeah,
to do during
that is
his reign.
I
So,
feel, Pali, that's
so
a franchisee
GG
cricket.
sometimes looks for a short-term goal as well. Ki, I want to win this series and secure my spot in the England. So I can take punt on either of one, Pujara or Rahane, whosoever is in good form, scoring the runs during the Ranji season or during the domestic North Zone Trophy. The North Zone will start on Irani Trophy will start on September. The Dulip Trophy, sorry, I beg your pardon.
Yeah, it could be. So we will see that. But this is about the Champions Trophy 2025.
I
Deepu,
feel
first of
probably
all,
it's time for the youngsters to take over. You so called it correct with Pujara,
I
what he has done in the past, but I
I
feel
got I got
it's
it. I'm completely agree with you. But are we prepared for Australia? Are these youngsters prepared for Australia? That's the question. At
see
least those two guys have the experience
someday
of
or the
playing in
other they have to
Australia.
play over there. Someday or the other they have to play over there. So it's important
But
that
this is
we
an
prepare
important
them.
series. No? This is an important series where the WTC final thing will be on the line.
Yeah. But
absolutely,
still, I
that is
feel it's
absolutely true.
important that we pick up the youngsters, because with the youth and exuberance we have, I think we should, now look forward. That's my
Yeah,
opinion. Obviously, there can be a clash, but I feel the
yeah,
youngsters
could
should
be.
play now.
We will see what happens when the squad is picked, Deepu, as well as Gurpalji. But Champions Trophy 2025, that will answer a lot of critics as well. Deepu, one question, one answer itself. Are we going to Pakistan? If yes, should we go to Pakistan?
Well, ideally, I want the team to play in Pakistan, because I have never watched them play in Pakistan. So that is the biggest reason that I want them to play, and to beat Pakistan at Lahore. I mean, that will be that will be the best thing I would watch after Barbados. So hopefully we go to Pakistan,
Is
beat
it
them at the
after
back.
Barbados or is it after Arshad Nadeem what he did to Neeraj Chopra?
No, nothing. That Neeraj Chopra, I mean, he had a great tournament. It can happen, not because of other
Exactly.
things going on, but I feel in terms of cricket, I feel we should play at Pakistan if there is an opportunity and if the situations allow to us to play. So hopefully, beating Pakistan in Pakistan is the best feeling ever.
Okay, so beating Pakistan in Pakistan is the best feeling ever. Champions Trophy 2025 is on the cards, ladies and gentlemen. We would see so many opportunities coming our way, and we will see what happens. But moving on to the next section, which is the one which is World Test Championship Final 2025, which is going to be played at Lord's, the home of cricket. But Gurpal ji, massive opportunity on the cards, probably India and Australia once again. So this point, I see the last pointer which I'll come to here. Injuries and fitness concerns. This is massive, to be honest.
Sorry, but first of all, we have to win the couple of home series against Bangladesh and New Zealand. So we have to win 5-0, so that we could negotiate negate the result. What will happen in the BGT? Then we can negate the result of the BGT, and India will be qualifying for the WTC final at Lords. And I guess at Lords we have a chance to beat any team. Most probably it will Australia will be coming, but at Lords we have a better chance of beating them rather than anywhere else in England. Lords can be a better chance. And sure, injury concerns will be there. We have to take care of the bowlers. So that's why we saw Bumrah and Jadeja were missing in the ODI and Sri Lankan tours, because there are 10 test matches, so they have to bowl. And I guess with the pink ball test, you may see all pace attack. You may see only one spinner. So you have to keep the workload as keeping in mind the workload. So I have to see how is Prasidh Krishna is there. Is he fit? There are talks of Mayank Yadav will be taken to Australia. I like Akashdeep as well, the one who bowled in who got debut against England. I loved his line and length, and he can hold the bat as well. He can hold one end as well.
Yeah.
So he has the height, he has the ball, he bowls on a very good length. So he, Shami, and of course Siraj, Bumrah, they can make a good pace attack.
Absolutely.
And along with the help of
battery is there
Shah,
for India, and hopefully this time we will have Ravichandran Ashwin playing in a World Test Championship final in the playing 11. So everything is there. The point is, as we'll speak a lot of things previous.
It all depends whether on which date the IPL will end. It all depends on the IPL.
Absolutely correct. It also depends on. It also depends because the 40-day break the players are getting right now. I think this would be a massive for their mental strength as well. So similarly, if they get at least a 2 weeks break, I think that will give their body a lot of rest. That's the reason why we're done with 2025 Champions Trophy as well as 2025 World Test Championship. Let's take a look into what's the next section. Now comes yet another important series facing Bazball. We just had probably one test match against Bazball under the head coach of Brendan McCullum, where India lost the final test. But this time it will be Rohit Sharma. Hopefully he will lead the side. But real test begins now, Gurpalji and Deepu. I'll start with you, Deepu. England conditions, once again, you will ask for an all-rounders. That's our main question. But experienced players with success in England conditions is very important. Once again, playing swing and seam. We remember last time it was Sam Curran who ripped through us. Last time probably it was Jimmy Anderson. So every now and then there is different bowlers. Probably this time we will have Jofra Archer back in the hut. So there are dangerous. Mark Wood is there. So we cannot take England lightly. But do we have that man force, the squad with us to challenge somebody like England's Bazball?
We definitely have the man force, and it's not only on this tour, but on every tour we have had the best team. In 2018, it was the lower order issue that we had. We were not able to clean up the lower order of the opposition. Something which has it has been on like a rash on us because this has been the going trend in the last 6 years. Even Paji would agree to this. So hopefully. We'll get the best bowlers again. Bumrah and Shami all will be there in the series, and I feel it will be an interesting series with no Broad and Anderson against India. Not that we are scared to face them, but it's just that it will be a New England attack with Gus Atkinson. Jofra, I can't see him playing all 5 tests if it's a 5-test match series. So it will be a new bowling attack for England. So yeah, it will be a very exciting tour coming up. And more so after the WTC final. So we need to look at the future as well, that who's going to be a future test captain.
That's true. But what about you, Gurpalji? He said about the WTC final as well. It's going to be played at Lord's. But compared to the other grounds in England, do you think still Lord's suits Indian conditions, but the other countries has a little bit of seam and extra swing on offer compared to Lord's?
So I guess by playing the WTC final in Lord's, we will be acclimatized to the Indian conditions. So we may play a practice game as well. That we don't know right away, but at least we are playing at once we qualify for WTC, we will be playing one match at Lord's. So and obviously there will be a test match at Lord's as well. So it will be a five match test series. And other thing is that playing 10 test matches, starting from the Bangladesh to Australia, if this team able to do well in Australian conditions, we can beat them well enough. If we draw them as well, then these players will have that experience. The new players or the new kind of bowling setup, जो भी youngsters आएंगे, उनके पास 10 टेस्ट मैच का एक्सपीरियंस होगा और जो 4 टेस्ट मैच इंग्लैंड के साथ खेले तो 14 टेस्ट मैच, तो आप इनएक्सपीरियंस साइड नहीं जा रहे वहां पे. एंड प्लस इंग्लैंड का बैटबॉल चलता है फ्लैट पिचेस के ऊपर, नॉट इन द स्विंगिंग कंडीशन. ठीक है, पहले 1-2 दिन तो स्विंग रहेगा, उसके बाद पिच टेंड्स टू ड्राई आउट एंड देन बेसबॉल केम इनटू इफेक्ट. तो अगर वो स्विंग देंगे तो इंडियन टीम के बॉलर ज्यादा परेशान करेंगे. इंडियन टीम का पेस अटैक भी बुरा नहीं है. और अगर अर्शदीप राइज कर जाता है, Arshdeep can come into form, can come into forte in the red ball cricket, so he can be deadly dangerous, because then we will also have a left arm seamer. Shami, we knows what he can do. Bumrah, what he can do. Then if we are talking about bringing Hardik Pandya into the scheme of things for the Test cricket, then you have a forcible team to beat the England in the England conditions.
I think Hardik gives a lot of balance into the squad, and that's the reason why I personally would like to see. Because I remember under the leadership of Virat Kohli, for once he went to England as well, and with the second new ball in the second session, probably it was at Lords, if I'm not wrong, but he ran. It was in Trent Bridge, yeah. Okay, so it was in Trent Bridge, and he ran right in the England middle order. So those kind of spells make India back into the heart. And I think compared to the batsmen as well, no disrespect to Shardul Thakur, but still I think Hardik, as Deepu mentioned as well, is a clutch player, a big match player. That's the reason I want him in places like South Africa, Australia, and England, and maybe New Zealand, the SENA countries. Indian conditions, I don't need him because he can then keep his body fit. But this is the stages where I think his extra seam as the fourth seamer will work wonders for Team India. That's the reason why we will see what the England tour of England versus India tour does. Hopefully, it's a 5-match ODI Test match series as well. So many things to look out for. Baz ball versus probably GG ball. We will see, but aggressive nature will be on the cards. Let's take a look into what is next on the cards for Gautam Gambhir and his team. Now comes the T20 World Cup 2026, the next hurdle for Gautam Gambhir. Deepu, starting with you proudly, I can say, can India defend the T20 World Cup 2026?
They should, because it's a home World Cup, and we cannot digest another home defeat, to be honest. And it's the best chance again to become the first side to defend the World Cup, and that too at home. And more so that we, if we go back to 2016, it will be 10 years by then. So, as they said, the 10-year challenge, we lost it in the semi-finals. We will win it in the finals, hopefully at Kolkata, not at Ahmedabad. So
it's getting renovated. So hopefully we can have the finals probably in Kolkata, probably in Wankhede. Similarly, I agree to this point. Maybe we should shift it from Narendra Modi Stadium. What's your thought about this, Gopalji? Should the World Cup final be once again at the Narendra Modi Stadium?
Gigi knows the Kolkata more than you. Eden Gardens more than you, Pritam. So you would ideally like to have a final in Kolkata Eden Gardens, or I guess Eden Gardens or Wankhede would be the better option.
I don't mind at Delhi too. We haven't wanted any final.
But we know what Delhi pitch is.
I think yes, but the capacity comes into the question as well.
Kotla has a too less capacity to hold.
That could be the only reason why we are going for Eden Gardens or Narendra Modi or maybe Wankhede. Wankhede also has less capacity, but we will see. But I don't think so. The coach has its say on where to play the finals. It's completely on the BCCI section.
Yeah, we are just joking around.
Yeah. We are just kidding around it. But
you may host a final in Chepauk also. Chennai is also very good.
Anything can happen. But first, I
guess by 2026, your final may happen in Kashi. The Kashi Stadium will be up by then.
Anything could be on the cards. But my first question is, who do you think will lead the 2026 T20 World Cup? Is it Surya or is it anybody else?
I think more.
Okay, Deepu, yeah, go ahead.
I think more or less it's been decided, to be honest, because Surya started off well in his leadership. And more so, it's the new thing which is happening with the batters are also bowling. So I don't see that limited opportunity or the slimmest of chance Hardik had to be the potential vice captain, even if not talking about the captaincy, that is also gone. So hopefully he'll be there as a player, as a senior player in the World Cup. And maybe we can see Shubman Gill taking charge, because Surya is also on the wrong side of the age as well. I think he's in his late 30s. So I think we have the leader decided for this one. So yeah, it will be Surya leading for me now.
Surya for you so far, as he started well in his T20 leadership. Gurpalji, you agree the same? Surya to lead the T20 World Cup 2026?
I guess we have 40 matches, so we have left with the 37 more matches before the T20 World Cup, and I guess in this 20 years, 17 more matches to go. Your announcement will happen after the IPL 2025. Jai Shah will come and announce he is the captain, and हम इंडिया में वापस झंडा गाड़ेंगे.
Okay, but उसके पहले तो IPL आ रहा है, जैसे कि
there are more chances Surya will be your captain if anything bad happens to him with injuries or loss of form. Surya has a bright chances, but don't count Hardik out as well. Hardik is not out of contention yet.
Okay, but this is where I just want to drag you back to IPL. You are the best man to answer this as short as you can. 2025, will Surya be captain of any of the franchises?
For sure. For sure.
For sure, he will be captain of any of them, not mentioning Mumbai Indians, but any of them.
Most probably, if Mumbai Indians want to go back to Surya, because Mumbai also has a tendency of having an Indian captain as their franchise captain. So, they may be chances.
You're going with that, so we will see what happens. But Deepu and Gurpalji, both of you say the same. What about the next target for Gautam Gambhir? It is India tour of New Zealand. After a long time, we are touring New Zealand, and we all know we always face difficulty when we tour to New Zealand. Deepu, coming to you, I think the strong point always has to be at New Zealand. Seam and swing bowling, batting units. When Deepu Gurpalji's question arises a while ago about Cheteshwar Pujara, Ajinkya Rahane, we need solid batters out here. Vulnerability and bouncy tracks, swing and seam will be there. No trend bowl potentially. We may not see Tim Southee as well during that time. Talk us through this series. How important is it to get a series victory at New Zealand since 2009?
Very important, to be honest. After 17 years, if we are talking about the series win, so hopefully we'll be having a great tour over there. The future lies ahead, but looking at the things, I feel we'll be good by then. The batters will get enough tours of England, Australia, WTCs will be there. So it's an important tour, and New Zealand is the only country, to be honest, that we haven't done well. South Africa is there, but we did well in Cape Town this year, so we have drawn the series. Hopefully next time when we go over there, we'll win it. With New Zealand, I feel it will be the best chance. With their veterans won't be there, and most of the thing with New Zealand is now that they are focusing more on the leagues and white ball cricket. Their red ball cricket, I feel the credentials have gone a tad bit down. With no upcoming seamers, I haven't seen many of them coming up apart from Mark Henry and Adam Milne. So hopefully we'll have the batters to counter them, and with we also need to see who is going to lead the side, because Southee may be playing in his back end, and we don't know how much. With Kane Williamson also relinquishing, I think he has relinquished the Test captaincy too, so we might
that was just next on the cards. Will we see Kane Williamson continuing to play Test cricket till 2026? Deepu?
The Fab Four era is ending. I feel with Williamson also, he has been a veteran for New Zealand. So we might be seeing the Fab Four or the clash of two of the best players in Virat Kohli and Kane, playing for one last time in New Zealand. So
amongst the Fab Four, who do you think will be the first to make his announcement? I think it's probably going to be Kane.
I feel it will be Steve Smith, because he has been saying time and again that this was his last tour of India in terms of Test matches that we played against Australia last year. So maybe he has it on him, and he has been playing a lot of cricket. And Australians anyway, they announced their retirements quite early, as David Warner did in his late 30s at 37. So I think it might be Steve Smith who will be doing it first.
Okay, fair enough. So you think Steve Smith, we might see Williamson and Kohli playing for the last time in this tour in a Test match against each other. But what about the next series on the cards? ODI World Cup 2027, Gurpalji. We had a heartbreak, and that's where the opportunity lies. Chance to make up for the heartbreak of 2023, losing to Australia. Strong competitions from other teams. We did not expect Afghanistan to make the T20 World Cup semi-finals, so they are on the radar as well. So many others as well. Pakistan might be there. There are so many good quality sides. Sri Lanka just defeated us in an ODI series. And inexperience of players. And similarly, I want to ask you, ODI World Cup 2027, will we see the last time? Can Rohit and Virat Kohli make the mark till here?
I guess what we are listening from Rohit's side, that he really wanted to win that trophy badly. So we have to see. We may see Rohit for the last time, depending upon how the Champions Trophy goes, and how his Test series goes, and as well as WTC goes. I guess after WTC he will try and make up mind whether he wanted to continue in the Test series, Test matches, or only wants to play the ODI, because with 2026 World Cup, I'm not saying team may be playing most of the many ODIs in the next couple of years. Their focus will be really on the 2020 matches, T20 matches only. So I guess Rohit have to decide after the WTC. We'll get to know what he wants to do.
Fair
Virat Kohli,
enough.
I'm sure he will be part of 2027 ODI World Cup, and that would be his last hurrah. I guess that would be a last World Cup, or maybe after that he will quit the ODI with the World
Okay,
Cup.
fair enough. So as Gautam Gambhir always says, he wants 3 formats, 3 different squads. Deepu, what's your call about this one?
I feel, Rohit fans might not like this one, but I feel he's targeting City. World Cup, looks a bridge too far for me, to be honest. By that time, I think he'll be touching 40s. So maybe, but I feel Virat Kohli, just in terms of fitness, he's a tad bit ahead of Rohit. So hopefully we might see a new captain, maybe Shubman Gill leading in his maiden World Cup in South Africa. Since as of today he is the vice captain, even though I potentially did not like the decision, to be honest. Someone else could have been given the captaincy, or maybe Hardik could have been as the vice captain, or Rishabh Pant could have been there. But still, so I feel for Rohit, I feel it will be CT25 as an end for his ODI career, and for Test, I feel the WTC is the testament, because by the time we play the next one, I think it's in 27. It's in the very same year, I believe. So maybe we can see the end of Rohit Sharma quite soon. The best batter.
Could be. Anything can happen. We might see that, but these are the legends. Yeah. These are the legends of the game. Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, Rocco, as we always say. Yeah. So let's hope they continue to play their best as long as they can, so that we, the viewers, the fans, always would love to watch them play. And that's the reason why final segment is the World Test Championship Final 2027. Potentially maybe at England. Where is it? Or maybe somewhere else. But this is a new cycle. Gurpal ji, once again, do you think Rohit Sharma, or is it anyone? If yes, who is the next best potential captain for Team India in the red ball format?
I don't think Rohit Sharma will be there for 2027 World Test Championship. I guess he will be giving up the captaincy after WTC 2025. If you want to groom a captain for the next 2 years, I guess that would be the right time to make a new captain after WTC finals. Whatever happens, regardless of the results and all.
But I don't think so. Is it Rishabh Pant? Is it Jasprit Bumrah? Is it anybody else?
Bumrah, I don't think so. Bumrah will be the captain, because we want to preserve him. He don't play in test matches in India. Then what's the fun of having a captain for the overseas test only? And there are lots of cricket in between. T20 World Cup is there. ODI World Cup is there. So I get that too. And he has to play the World Cup. At least, if not all the series in between the World Cup, we need Bumrah. So we don't want to put any extra pressure on Bumrah. So I guess I think depending upon how Rishabh performs in the next 10 test matches, that will decide. Rishabh could be your next man for the captaincy in all the 3 formats.
Could be. So high pressure environment, new captain on the cards. Rishabh Pant, says Gurpal ji. Delhi Capitals teammate Gurdeepu, what's your take on this one? Who is the next on the line?
To somewhat, I'll agree with Paji. I feel Pant is the one. Even though Shubman, I think he has been asked to lead in the test as well in the vice captaincy, if I'm not wrong. So hopefully he'll be the potential contender, and by that time he'll be more experienced with playing with Virat. So I feel there will be 2 candidates. Until and unless I'll pick that one name again. Eventually we all are hating him right now, but maybe a KL Rahul as a 1-year captain. So
there you go. Maybe. There's a surprise. There's a surprise just out of the box.
He has led in South Africa. There can be a possibility he has led in South Africa 2 years ago. So
that also means that KL Rahul plays as a pure batsman.
Yeah, see, again, whether he plays as a batter or not, we need runs from him, because he's an excellent fielder. I still remember his slip catching in 2018 England tour. So we need value from KL Rahul, that's it. Whether he plays as a pure batter, wicket keeper, a player, or as a captain, we need value from him, which he hasn't been giving in the last decade or so. So hopefully maybe the KL can be just like what Kumble did for 1 year. KL can be the one for 1 year, if they think about it. But I'm totally against it.
Okay, yes.
I have one question. Your captain has to be the first player who should be on the team sheet. Is KL Rahul the number 1 person to be written on the team sheet in any of the format? No, that's a big no. अभी आपको KL Rahul ने अपना वो उतना बना ही नहीं पाया कि उसका सबसे पहले नाम लिखा जाए टीम शीट के ऊपर.
That is where I think the competition.
He was dropped from the ODI, last ODI. and we are thinking
But
of him.
I think in the third ODI he was dropped just because of giving opportunities to the others. I don't think so. They were thinking too much because.
But we are talking about the captaincy. Captain आपने रोहित को तो ड्रॉप नहीं किया ना. आपने रोहित को तो रेस्ट नहीं दिया ना. आप रोहित को रेस्ट देके शुभमन गिल को कैप्टन बना सकते थे. बट वही है ना, कैप्टन वो होता है जिसका सबसे पहले आप नाम लिखोगे टीम शीट पे, उसके बाद बाकी टीम बननी शुरू होती है आपकी. और लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल योर कैप्टन एंड बुमराह विल सिलेक्ट देमसेल्फ रेस्ट 9. You have to select, or for that matter you can name Virat Kohli as well. He's the 3 players who select themselves. वो टीम में रहेंगे नहीं.
Yeah,
that's my point.
We will see 3 formats, probably 3 different captains. But starting we all know.
I feel the name game can come into play in Indian cricket. We have seen that name game, so that was the only reason I was looking at that name. Maybe Shreyas Iyer.
You are right on your part. Ideally 2025 से नया आपका साइकिल शुरू होगा WTC के बाद, तो you should have a captain who can lead for the 2 years, जिसको 2 साल वो लगातार लीड करे, फिर वो फाइनल में खेले, rather 1 साल के लिए.
Absolutely, and you can tour different countries. Exactly, that's a very important point.
And you may see if maybe Rohit leads team till 2026. In the meanwhile, they will groom a vice captain, and then Rohit will call a quit on the Test cricket in 2026 if we want to prolong his career in ODI. So he may call a quit.
Anything can happen. It's up to the players. They are the legends of the game. They will take the right decisions. Thank you so much, Gurpalji. Thank you so much, Deepu as well. GG era has started. Let's take a look into how we take the red ball format as well. So many things to up for grabs. Thank you so much, both of you. Thank you to all the viewers for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to Fifth Umpire, press the bell icon as well. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section as well. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.
Thank you.